All right, Dave, you okay? Great, Tanya. All right. Well, you know how we do. We're gonna wait a few minutes to see if some of the other students gonna pile in. But I would like to know, has anyone taken any type of action? Oh, you been working your back out, Dave? You okay? Oh, wow. Well, my prayers go out to you, my man. Um, you'll be out of that bed soon. No problem. Have either of you been able to take any type of action as far as pulling in any type of leads? Just maybe one phone call? Have you done enough Craigslist ads to actually make a difference? No, not yet. Okay. At least you're truthful, Dave. That's okay. Well, I really would like you to, even though I know you're bedridden, um, okay, even though you're bedridden, I really would like you to at least put out some ads and get over your fear of talking to people, um, because this is your business. And for this to be your business, you have to take action for things to actually happen. So I would like you to. Today we're going to talk about some uh, some other things. I got a couple of little secret tips to get your phone to ringing. Should is work for others and for myself as well. I've just been out of doing a lot of marketing in the month of the end of August and the month of September. I was on a remodel job and kept getting home real late, so I just really didn't have time to do anything. Um, Atlanta. Oh, okay, Tanya. You say you had a seller come with a lead. Oh, okay. Great, great. Wonderful. Wonderful, Tanya. That's right. Take action. The level of success that we want to actually acquire is to where your phone is ringing all day or chiming from texts all day long. That's the level of success that you want. Whether it's ringing from an email, text, or they calling you, that's what you want. You're scared to talk to them. Leave a very professional voicemail so that they will leave a message, and that will help you in kind of figuring out what type of person that you're going to be talking to, because you'll be able to hear what they say when they leave a message. You'll be able to hear that message. So I would suggest just take a time out to uh, make a professional voicemail for them to leave a message, and you get back to them when you build up the courage, when you have your script in front of you and you have time to talk to them. So today we're gonna jump into marketing, SEO, social media, and buyers. And basically, this is gonna be a course to where I need everyone to take some type of action, because if you don't take this action, um, you won't be able to get to a closing table very quickly. And my course is set for you guys to learn the basics the first 2 weeks. And then after that, these courses here are basically my mentorship. So I'm trying to help you guys do better marketing and to pull in more leads in different ways. I've described a lot of different deals, types of deals out there, and I've described a few different types of ways to market. But to me, free ads are king to pull in, at least a few phone calls a day or every other day, at least a few phone calls or emails or texts. So what I put together today is a way for you guys to utilize certain aspects of having the internet, having the World Wide Web internet information highway available to you, to reach out to people that you want to do business with, your buyers that are in your area that you will be finding properties and deals for that they want, all of that. All right. So I guess it's just us three. We'll give everyone a couple more minutes to join in. I should have a new student today. Her name is TN. I met her at a webinar, and hopefully she'll join us today as well. And I had another student that may join in too. So I don't want to start without, everyone, well, at least a couple more people popping up. I hope everyone got the link. Okay, I just got an email stating that one of the students will be on in a minute. They're downloading the app or something. And Tanya, can you give me a little bit on your experience with the wholesaler that you talked to?
We're basically like hit and missing, touching, like leaving each other messages. This week has been pretty busy for me, like court, and I'm a therapeutic foster parent, so we haven't really had the chance to like talk one-on-one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I know they're pretty excited to, discuss some things with me as far as a property. I have actually two motivated sellers. The one I told you was my aunt that passed away this year. They left the property in my cousin's name, and they decided to let the house go in foreclosure.
Okay.
And the other is a friend of mine. She's a minister. She came to me. Her father left 3 lots of land, and a house is on the land as well. She doesn't want it.
Oh, wow.
So,
That sounds like a winner right there. Where are you again? In North Carolina?
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I think I sent you some nationwide buyers. Were you able to get in
Yes.
contact with either one of them?
No, I haven't had the chance. I've had meetings and back-to-back all week.
Okay, so you haven't reached out to them yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I suggest
Believe me, I felt so hindered this week. I was like, man, I have so many opportunities, but I have so much stuff to do that I have to, have to do this first, being, dealing with court counselors and stuff with my kids that I work with.
Okay, all right. Understood. I suggest you, shoot them an email tonight and just introduce yourself and let them know that, you have quality properties all the time. And they'll probably answer you back and ask you to send a sample or just send them a property so they can take a look at it.
Okay.
So that's good though. That's good that you do have two motivated sellers right now, and the house with the land, that's going to be a pretty big deal if you find the right buyer for it. Do you know what? Have you looked up the comps on it and done your numbers on the property?
Yeah, I was looking that up on I think it was on Monday. I was looking at the comps on the property around it. They actually have a retail commercial right by the land, so the land is like onto the left side. They could actually. She said that her dad was offered $125,000 before from the people that owned that plaza, but of course he didn't take it, and now he's passed away, and the land is just sitting there.
So there's also a plaza on the property as well.
Well, no, it's like right next to it. The plaza's right next to it.
Okay, so
right next to the
he
land.
Didn't own the plaza.
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't own the plaza.
He just has a house and it's 3 plots of land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I looked on Zillow, the plots of land was worth $47,000, but of course we know that it's not always accurate. But when I looked up the tax on it, it was like $10,000 for one lot, $10,000 for another lot, and it was $16,000 for the lot that the house was on. So I didn't know where to go from there as far as that.
Plus the price of the house, but yeah, the county always appraises very low, so the market value is going to be a lot higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's almost 9:15, so I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get started with just us, and I guess other people will pile in as they usually do. All right, so here we go. Today we're going to basically go over marketing, SEO, social media, and buyers. Remember, my first step in wholesaling, the first mission that I think that any beginner should do is build their buyers list. This is something that I used to argue actually with other wholesalers in Facebook groups and other places, postings on other sites and things that and they were telling me this, and I was like, no, as long as you have a deal, buyers will come. And that's true in a sense. So if you have your buyers, like I keep saying, I'm going to say this on every course, if you have your buyers first, you know what they want, all you got to do is bring it to them. Now, in the meantime, if people are still sending you leads, don't get me wrong, if people are still sending you leads in other areas or other zip codes or things of that nature, then yeah, take a look at it. Look at everything. Look at everything, and you might be able to find a buyer for it. Go ahead and get it under contract if it looks like it's worth it, and market it. Use O-Contract or any of the other sites that I told you about and market it. But if you want a steady, consistent stream of income coming in, it's best to have your buyers. You know exactly what they want. You go out and hunt for that. Bring it to them and let them eat. And you'll eat too at the closing table with a check. Okay? All right, so we're going to start this thing off with a review. I really was hoping some of the other students would be on by now because I was going to ask these questions and let everyone answer. So what we'll do is I'm going to have to ask you two, I guess in sequence. And I guess I'll start with you, Tanya. What's the best first step in wholesaling real estate?
to finding buyers.
Okay. And that's in my opinion and some other wholesalers' opinion. That's not fact, but it could because some people think otherwise. But in my opinion, the best first step in wholesaling is to have your buyers in place and their criteria. All right. So, Dave, what do we do next?
I think it says he's offline.
Oh, is it? Uh-oh. Yeah, he is, huh? Okay. Well, he's back. Hey, Dave, can you hear me? Hey, Dave, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, Dave. I need you to answer the next question. The first question was, what's the best first step in wholesaling? Tanya answered buyers, of course. And what do we do next after we have our buyers criteria? What's our next step?
I guess our next step would be to start marketing for properties.
That is correct. We look for the motivated sellers. Okay, and Tanya, what do we basically tell that seller of the property? Just basically.
That we're looking to buy properties in their area. Like, I mean, I guess if they have a house available or whatever, we're looking to buy their house.
Right, correct. We're either ourselves or one of our partners or assigns will like to buy their house, that we would like to buy their house. All right. Okay, so Danielle's in. Danielle, can you unmute yourself and answer the next question, which is, once the house is under contract, what do we send the buyer? What do we email over to the buyer?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question really quick?
Once we have the property under contract, what do we say? What do we send to the buyer or email over to the buyer?
The assignment contract?
That's correct. That's correct. Because the buyer has already signed the contract. I mean, the seller has already signed the contract with you, and we'll send the assignment contract over to the buyer to assign the seller's contract. Okay. Let's see. Tanisha's in. Hello, Tanisha. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. How you doing? We're just doing a quick review before we get into today's course. So I just wanted you to see if you can answer this next question for me. Danielle just answered the question for what do we send over to the buyer, which is an assignment contract. How do we ensure the buyer wants the house? What do we ask the buyer to do in order to ensure that he really wants this property?
Normally, you would get the proof of funds. They usually send you that. And then to ensure that they really want it, you would have them send over the contract and an earnest deposit within 24 hours to see if they're serious.
Okay, that's what I was looking for, the EMD, the earnest money deposit. That's to ensure that we know that this buyer wants this property. All right? Okay. All right, back to you, Tanya. Who do we send the signed documents to? Who do we email these?
Closing attorney.
That is correct. The closing attorney or title agent if you're in a state where you use title agencies. You want them to know that you exist, because sometimes a buyer or a seller may not may not send them your documents, or they may not send the assignment contract or marketing agreement. And if they don't have that, then they don't have to pay you because it won't be at closing. So you want to let them know that you exist. You call them or you ask your buyer who's the closing attorney that we're using, and they should give you the information with no problem. And you just send over your documents to protect yourself. All right. Must we attend the closing? This isn't something that I've told everyone yet, but must we attend the closing? Dave?
No, we don't have to.
That is correct. We don't have to attend the closing. We can wait till the end of the day when the buyer calls you and say, thank you for helping me find this property. I'm about to go ahead and put my contractors to work. And then we can call the closing attorney and ask them and say, well, my buyer says he's closed. When can I come pick up my check? And they'll probably say, you can come pick it up tomorrow. We'll write you a check tomorrow. Or they may say, you can come pick it up today, depending on what time of day it is. And that's usually how it goes. So with those few questions, that's the basis of what we're doing, wholesaling these properties. The only thing that we need to do in order to find deals, we must market. So we have to market our deals. We have to market for our deals. We put out bandit signs. We get online and use whatever advertising mediums we can use. Today I want to talk about setting up systems to make your life a little easier. All right, from using certain secrets on Craigslist to actually using virtual assistants and bird dogs. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. If you look at this picture, this should give you a lot of motivation. It reads, sitting in a 3.8 meter sea kayak and watching a 4 meter great white approach you is a fairly tense experience. If there is a better reason to paddle, I don't know what it is. All right. So a lot of us are in a situation where we want to do a lot better or get out of the rat race or move ahead of the pack or get away from a shark-like boss or the area we live in is like a shark coming at you. So just use this picture as motivation to actually take action on what you're doing. You need to pedal. You need to get it. You're already in the water. It's time to pedal. You started getting in the water. You left the beach with your kayak. You got in that kayak and you wanted to get on the water. Now it's time for you to start paddling so you can actually make it to the other side. All right. So we'll start with the Craigslist ad secrets. Some people may know and some people may not know, but Craigslist sometimes do something called ghosting. What they do is if you're a person that doesn't mind sitting at your computer and placing 10, 20 ads a day, and what they'll do is they only allow you to do, I think, 3 ads per day. Something like that. So if they keep seeing your IP address or they keep seeing your email address, placing ad after ad after ad, they're going to ghost you. It's going to stop you from actually, it'll say that the ad will be posted, but it won't. It won't actually be posted. You can actually go and look on that Craigslist for today and whatever subject you got it up under, and you won't find your ad. So in order to kill the ghost, what you do is create an ad. And first I wanted everyone to go on Craigslist and create an ad right now, but let me explain this first, because what I need you to do is, I've really been saying take action, but today we're going to take action. I want you to create an ad, even though some of you may already have ads. When one should use Craigslist every day, 3 times a day to get maximum response. The best times for people to actually look at Craigslist are in the morning, at lunchtime, and in the evening. That's when they get ready to go to work, when they online, at lunchtime, when they're eating and online, and they have a chance to look at their cell phone, smartphone, and look at different ads and stuff for what they're looking for, and in the evening when they get home. All right. In order to do that, you have to create a different Craigslist account for each day of the week. All right. So let's just say you have an account that says Tori's ads Monday, Tori's ads Tuesday, Tori's ads Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way through Sunday. Each one of these accounts needs to be addressed by a different email address. So you can create maybe 3 Gmail accounts, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then 4 Yahoo accounts, for the rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. Just name them or put in somewhere in the account name that day to remind you that you need to place an ad. Okay. The ads that you're going to place are going to be simple. You want buyers, you want sellers, you also want wholesalers. Okay? So these are the ads that you're going to place. There's only one more ad that you should place, and that's going to be if you actually have a property under contract. That's going to be the property ad. If you really want a little exposure, you'll make a Craigslist ad for that property. All right? So I need everyone to go to Craigslist right now. I want you to copy this ad that I have on this page right here. I want you to put your information in. I'll wait for everyone to do it. Once you're done, please push the raise your hand button. Make sure you put your phone number.
Sorry, this is Tanisha. I'm on my
You on your cell phone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
I'm on my tablet. I don't know. How do I copy the ad?
Just look at it and go to Craigslist and type it in. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not saying copy and paste it. I'm just saying copy it. That's why I say I'll wait.
Oh.
Once everyone is done with the ad, so that I know that you've done it, I want you to email me the link to that ad. Everyone should have my email address. If you don't, it's manningandmanningllc@gmail.com. I want you to email me the link to that ad so I know you've done it, because I have to make sure that you guys are taking action. And this is something that you're going to have to do every day. You get up in the morning, on your lunch break, when you get home at night, you need to place an ad. You want your phone to ring. The more your phone rings, even if you don't take a deal, the more your phone rings, the more deals you'll close. This ad is really straight out to the point for buyers. It says, I'm a wholesaler in need of clearing inventory. Properties in good school districts and growing areas. I choose quality over quantity, so only cash buyers, no wholesalers. Must be able to deposit EMD 24 hours of inspection and close within 10 to 14 days. If a buyer reads something like this, he's going to know that you're serious about what you do. Okay? Even though you may not have a website yet, even though you haven't closed a deal yet, this buyer is going to know that you're serious about what you do. And when they call you, don't be scared to talk to them. You can say, yes, I'm a wholesaler. I haven't been doing it long. but I am very serious about what I do, and all I need is your criteria, and I will email you and your email address, and I will email you. Email you any properties that I have that fit your criteria. Dave, it would go under housing offered. No. I'm sorry. No, this would not go under housing offered. This would go under real estate services. Put this ad in under real estate services. You're not actually offering a property, so Craigslist can ghost you for stuff like that too. Placing a ad about a house, this type of ad in the section where you would have ads about houses. So don't do that either. You know, the only reason you would do that is to pull in buyers by actually just stating, well, I have a 3-2, give me a call in such and such a zip code. It doesn't really tell you about the property or the address or anything like that, and you can have buyers call you that way. But I wouldn't put this type of ad in that section. This would go into the real estate services section. Yes. Now your title, please don't put ad for buyers should read like this as your title. Just make up a decent title that says wholesaler inventory clearance or something like that. I really wouldn't put seeking cash buyers, because that would more so make a buyer think that you just started. So I would do something like wholesaler clearance, wholesaler inventory clearance, ready to move, or something like that, to make them open up the actual ad. You know, I'm really doing this because this is a class. You know, if you're in a normal college atmosphere or something, your professor is going to want you to take notes and take quizzes and take tests and actually do some of the either experimentation or workbooks or whatnot in order to get to the point where you can pass those tests. So this is my way of doing that. I need to make sure that you guys are taking action, that I'm not just wasting my breath and wasting my time talking to you and teaching you, different ways to actually begin wholesaling. Because, like we said on one of our courses, of course there are different ways to make deals, different types of deals. I mean, it's not just for sale by owner to cash buyer deals. You have other types of deals, subject tos, tax liens, but to me, this is the easiest way for you to get in. Then you can start doing some of the other stuff, tax liens and the pre-foreclosures and foreclosures and dealing with the banks or dealing with owners who really want to sell their house but they still have a mortgage and stuff like that. But for right now, what I'm teaching is the basic wholesaling technique in order for you to just close a deal with a cash buyer and he buys a house that's already free and clear. The title's already free and clear and it's a motivated seller. That's the easiest way for you guys to get into this. Then you can start doing everything else. All right, Tanya. Tanya says she's done. Did you email me the link? All right, Dave. Link headed my way. Now, I know some of you haven't talked to any buyers yet. So if someone answers this ad, I would suggest going over the buyer's script that I sent you guys with all the other information I sent you. I think I did send a buyer script. It's either a buyer script or it's just the buyer's sort of like application. And you can just ask them the basic questions. All you really want to know is what their criteria is. That's really what you want to know. If they say if you don't have anything yet to give them, all you need to do is say, well, I don't have anything in that zip code right now, but let me have your criteria and I will send you over something brief and shortly. Just tell them you'll have something to them within the next couple of days, and that's when you start your hunt. When we just went over the review buyers, then you start hunting for those deals. So that's when you start your hunt. All right, good deal. Good deal, Dave. I see your ad. Okay, Tanya. Tanya, you sent me the link to I see the ad, yes, but you sent me the link to your actual account page for Craigslist because it has
I gotta send.
it has the edit button, update, edit, that all that stuff on it. But I see your ad though. That's a good title you put on there. Okay, I might have to call this guy. All right, you know what I'm about to do while I'm waiting on you guys. Okay, Danielle says she's done. Okay, while I'm waiting on. Okay, so that's it for everyone. But I'm about to call a buyer that just answered the ad. I'm gonna see if I can just get his criteria right quick. He answered the ad. I do have a property in that area, and I'm gonna email him that information. I'm gonna let him know that, but I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna just see if you guys can just listen in a little, and if hopefully my speaker on my phone will do what it's supposed to do. Hold on 1 second. He may answer, he may not. So if he doesn't answer, I'm gonna leave him a message. Hello, Anil.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Tori. You sent me a reply to my Craigslist ad about the property in East Cobb.
Yes. I actually am an investor, and we're constantly looking for properties, in Cobb and DeKalb. So I just wanted to get some more information on it.
Oh, okay, great. Well, the price was reduced a little to 125, and what's your criteria besides Cobb and DeKalb? I mean, what are you looking for?
We're looking for about 30% equity after repairs. Cobb Gwinnett and DeKalb Fulton. That's kind of where we are. We like anything from after repair value of about 200,000 to about 600,000.
Oh, okay. So that means that if you have an ARV of about 600,000, your max price would be over 200,000 or 300,000.
We'd want to be all in around 450,000. So
Okay.
Buy it for 350, put 100, sell it for 6. We do look at lower end deals too. It's not just that. We look at anything that has the equity.
Okay.
If it's less work, we'll pay a little bit more. Just things of that sort. It depends on the deal. What do you currently have at the moment?
I have one in Swanee that's I think going for like 180. I can't pull it up right this second, but I think it's going for like 180. ARV is about 280, 290, something like that. And I can send.
They might be a little thin. Just depends on how much the ARV is and how much work it needs. If it doesn't need a lot of work, it might work. Could you email me all the addresses and the asking prices?
I sure can. Is your email address? What's your email address? I think that was from the Craigslist ad. What's your main email?
It's a.786@gmail.com. Is this your cell phone?
Yes.
I can just text it to you.
Yeah, just text it to me. Thank you.
Yeah, send me everything you've got right now at the current moment, and we'll go from there. All right?
All right, Anil. Looking forward to a great relationship.
Definitely. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one. Okay. So that's basically what's going to happen when one of these buyers calls you. And I did that for a reason, so you guys will hear, it's not something that should be scary to you. Mm-hmm. These people want to make some money. And if you have something that's going to make them some money, they'll talk to you like a normal human being. They're not going to bark at you or anything like that. So you want to make sure you get your buyer's criteria and then get your buyers, give your buyers what they ask for. All right. So I'm going to send him a couple of properties. He's a high-end buyer. He buys properties up to up to $400 or some $1,000. So that's good. I actually just picked up a couple from Antonio. one of your class members, Antonio is doing bird dogging for me before he started trying to learn wholesaling. I introduced him to wholesaling, but he's my bird dog. And we're going to talk about bird dogging too in a minute. Okay, so we'll move on. Since you guys done the ad, everyone's done a great ad. I saw Danielle's ad was last, and it is in, let's see, her ad is in Washington, D.C., okay? Washington, D.C., yep, and hers says discounted properties with with the dollar signs. All right. And I guess the NOVA stands for Northern Virginia, am I right? Yep, okay. All right. Okay, so wait a minute. Dave had a question. What's your question, Dave? Let's see. So you only work in Atlanta with a population of 447,000, and you can keep finding deals all the time. Atlanta is, there are almost 6 million people in the metropolitan Atlanta area, Dave. I don't know where you get that number from, but there are almost 6 million people here. It's a very big population. There are at least about 5 or 6 counties that surround Fulton County, which is the county that the city of Atlanta is in. Now, the city of Atlanta, I think, has more than 447,000 people too, maybe a million, 1 point something million in the city alone. But there are different parts of the city too that don't say Atlanta. But anyway, yeah, it's 6 million people here, man. Yeah, it's pretty big, pretty vast. It's a lot of land. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's a lot of land here, man. It's a lot of counties, but the counties that he said are more of the higher end counties where the properties aren't just rentals. You have more sales, and that's what the buyers want, because they want to fix and flip. They want to buy it and sell it. They don't really want to rent out. I do have buyers that buy and hold, which is what a rental property would be doing for them. It's called buying and holding, which means they make money every month off of the property. They're landlords. They have to deal with the companies that actually manage the properties and things of that nature. But most of the buyers I try to pick up, just like what the ad says right here, is pretty cut and dry. They want to buy and sell. They want to buy, fix, and sell. All right. So we'll move along to utilizing social media and SEO. Now, if no one knows what SEO means search engine optimization, which means that, I think I explained this the other day, it means that you're using keywords to bring people to your website, your link, your landing page, your social site, or what have you, to bring people that you don't know to those places by using the search engine. They are searching for certain keywords. For instance, if you type in wholesale real estate, it will probably bring up a lot of YouTube videos for people who are teaching wholesale and real estate. All right. But you can use a different type of keyword to bring them to your page. Your page may say, I made a video the other day. It was called No Money Real Estate Investing. So it would bring people to that video, directly. No money real estate investing, because there may not be another person or maybe only a couple other people that actually have that actual keyword or key phrase, no money real estate investing. So anyway, I want you guys to organize your messages and put them on auto. These are places that blast posts to your social accounts. And you want to have social media. You want to have a Twitter account, a Facebook account, LinkedIn, all those accounts that I was talking about when we were talking about marketing before. But these sites that I have here are what you can put your posts on auto. If you're not just posting personal posts, these are business posts. Okay? You're posting to these social sites so people can come visit your website in order to get whatever you're trying to sell. All right. So everyone is going to eventually create their own website. I'm going to teach that one day as well. But everyone's going to eventually create their own website. I'll show you mine. This is my website right here. I'm sure you guys have seen it already, of course. But, I have here contact us page, sell us your house page, where people can input their information, and I tell them that, yes, we buy houses within 7 to 21 days and whatnot, and we pay cash. I also have a page on here for my remodeling. The pictures you see on here are actual remodels that I've done personally. So I have a properties for sale page. These are properties that I actually had under contract. The ones that say no longer available, a couple of them are the properties that I was pointing to in the other session the other day when I was saying that we lost out on the deal because the seller got a realtor without letting us know, and all of that madness, and dealing with another wholesaler and stuff like that. So, and this is my page for new students that I created for them to actually come into class. This is a video that I did right here. If you look over here to the left, this is your social media. There's my Twitter account. This right here is called Buffer, which is one of those, one of the sites that I'm saying that's going to actually blast your posts. And when I say blast your posts, I don't mean you're going to just post every 5 minutes and people are going to start coming to you. When I say blast your post or schedule your post to get blasted, these sites right here, you can schedule a post like for every couple of hours or 3 times a day, just like you do the Craigslist ads and whatnot. You Sprout Social, Buffer, and Social Oomph. I just signed up with these 3. These aren't this isn't something that I've done already for real estate. Now, I learned about doing this studying SEO marketing when I was trying to sell other stuff online, when I was looking for things to actually do online to make money. All right. So now I implement it in my business, which is real estate investing, wholesale real estate investing. And I want people to come to my class. I want people to look at my ads. I want people to go to my website. So in order to do that, we use these 3 websites. So if I were you, I would go ahead and bookmark these 3 social networking blast sites. Sprout Social, go to sproutsocial.com, buffer.com, socialoomph.com, and sign up. You can go ahead and bookmark those right now. You don't have to sign up right now, but you can type while I talk. I'm gonna move on. All right. Utilizing social media and SEO. SEO, like I said, is search engine optimization. The easiest way to promote online is to blog. Okay. Your blog blogs are crawled more by search engines than just about any website. Blogs are crawled more by search engines than any other website. Okay? So, what I want you guys to do now is go to either WordPress or Blogger, one of these blogging websites, and I want you to sign up. You don't have to create your blog yet, but I want you to at least sign up. Once you sign up, you will have to give your blog a name, but you don't have to blog yet. So when you give your blog a name and you sign up, I want you to email me that link. And I'm going to show you a blog that I created at the beginning of the year, but I haven't used while you sign up. Okay, this is WordPress. All right, WordPress.com. You can create a free blog. You actually can create as many blogs as you want. But this is blogs are read by many different types of people, all walks of life. And in real estate, there are people that spend money or buy stuff all the time that are in all walks of life. There may be a preacher. They may be a student that has money. They may be a stock investor that has money. They may be a teacher who has saved up her retirement and is using it to purchase real estate. They're in all walks of life. They may be an artist that has saved up his money because he had a good show a few months ago that wants to buy into real estate. So you have different types of people that look at blogs all the time, and if you link with these people, once you make your blog, you link with these other blogsters or bloggers. You link with these other bloggers, and you should be able to get them to start looking at your blog. Okay, see, these are blogs that I follow. I just chose some at random. There's one with some pizza. These people are talking about blogging. Women are crazy, the way to lose your female readers. I don't know what's wrong with that guy. I want male and female readers. There's one with the Reverend, wild slang, 10 annoying things people say. Just all different types of things that people actually blog about, and you'll be surprised how many people read blogs all day long. They just read just different information all day long. But you'll be using this to build your business. You'll be using this to build your business. So once you finish signing up for WordPress or Blogger.com, either one, then I just want you to email me the link. All right, I got Tanisha's Craigslist ad. So I guess.
Tori?
Yes, sir.
Hey, for our WordPress site address, should we have it related to real estate or anything that we want?
Yes, you can have it related to real estate. That's what you rather have it related to real estate in some form or fashion. When I created this little blog, I did have my own remodeling website that was called tmconstructive.com, which is my remodeling business, TM Constructive. So what I did was I named mine tmconstructive.wordpress.com. But when they open it up, it'll say My House Made Me Cash. So yes, I would link it to what you want it to be, and that's going to start your SEO as well, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a way once you create your blogs every day. Matter of fact, let me go to that right now while y'all are doing that. Let me read this to you, okay? In each blog, place the same keyword. In each blog, place the same keyword in the title, the subtitle, the body, and the end note, okay? And keyword meaning, okay, Dave's Real Estate. If you want to name your site Dave's Real Estate, Dave, and that will be your keyword. So every time you blog, you want to put Dave's Real Estate, and you want to put it in bold, italic, and underlined. Bold one time, italic one time, and underlined. Okay? So you want to have a bold keyword, which will probably be the title, an italic keyword, which might be in the body, and underlined, which might be the subtitle or the end note. You want to have it done like that. Every time you do a blog, you can do a post on a blog every single day. It doesn't have to be about much. It can be short, sweet, to the point. You can make you a quick video or something, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a cartoon video. I'm going to show you a cartoon video that I made to bring people to class. All right, so once you do your blogs, that's what you want to do. This is I'm going to read this. As the search engines crawl the web, it will pick up on the frequency of this keyword, and it'll place your link further towards the first page by that keyword. Okay, so when someone and make your keyword something that pertains to real estate investing, but simple. Just like I was saying, I made the video no money real estate investing. I can use that as a keyword. So when someone types in search how to make money real estate investing with no money, or how to do real estate investing with no money, it will pull up my blog on that first page, or one of my videos on that first page that they click on. All right, so y'all just let me know when you're done signing up for WordPress. You don't have to create a post yet, but I do want you to have a blog available to you. This will also help you in, believe it or not, will help you in creating your ads too. The more that you blog and talk about stuff, you can talk about things that free your mind. You can talk about anything, and then with somewhere in there talk about real estate investing. You can talk about motivation, motivating people to actually get into this business, or what have you. Whatever it is you want to blog about, that's what you can blog about. It could be a paragraph. It could be a couple sentences. You can add pictures, any of that. You know, any media. You can add music, I believe, as a matter of fact. Okay, so let me show you guys this blog. This is a blog post that I created yesterday, and so far I've gotten, looks like 3 hits on it. No money real estate investing. But I'll wait till you guys finish, so and I'll play it. It's only a minute long. Okay, Tanisha's done. It's only a minute long. But this is just something that I did to try and show you guys, and also to bring other people into class. To bring other people into class. when I was doing SEO using blogs for to sell other things, or just basically to sell information, because that's what a lot of MLM and online marketing and stuff like that, you basically just selling information about learning how to do this stuff. And I just wasn't grasping the gist of, if I really had something to sell, a real product, which is right now my business, I have something to sell. I have a service to give, which is teaching real estate investing, or just bringing in buyers and sellers. So I can use that to my advantage. I can read an article. I can read a couple of articles somewhere about bringing in buyers, and I can take that and mix it up in my mind and write my own blog about it. Okay? And someone else will agree with me or disagree with me, and they'll leave a comment on my blog, and they'll, and that will start people coming to your blog and emailing you, asking you questions about your business and things of that nature, because I did have a lot of people sending me emails and things of that nature when I was blogging about just information on making money online. So why not use it this way? So since I made this yesterday, I've already got, let's see here, what we got? Yeah, looks like 3 people have viewed this video, read this blog, and I haven't even really pushed it. I use one of those other sites, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute too. Y'all let me know when you're done signing up for a blog. Okay, Danielle's done. Tanisha's done. All right, Dave done. All right, everyone's done. Okay. All right. If you'll go back to, if you can see my screen again, I'll play this video. It's just a quick short video, and I'll show you, well, it'll tell you at the end where I found this creative way of making this video. Okay. I like how they put that in there. But that's basically it. I created a short video using that service, Powtoon, for free. It's straight to the point. Videos, believe it or not, usually bring in more clients to your social media, to your websites and whatnot. That's why a lot of times, I don't know if you guys do or not, I'm sure some of you do, you probably receive emails asking you to join something, or they're sorry, but you might be about to miss out on this. Can you click this link? And you click on the link and it goes to a landing page and it has a video of someone talking and they're trying to get you to buy into whatever they're selling. And that it works. It does work for them. Videos and visuals always work. Okay. So you want to create blogs that are effective when you're doing this. This was just a sample blog that I created so that I could have it in class today. All right, so let's move on to doing the what is this called? Sprout Social. This website, once you sign up, you don't have to do it right now. I'm not going to ask you to do that right now because we're running short on time. But this website, usually what you can do is publish your post to your Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn websites. All right. So I'm going to show you a schedule, what I have scheduled so far. I have these posts that I've scheduled. One of them goes to my YouTube. The other two go to my web page. All right. Sell us your house posts. I'm looking for motivated sellers. We close in 7 to 10 days, blah, blah, blah. Same thing here. Are you moving out of state but don't want that old house? Get cash for it and move even faster. We close in 7 to 10 days. So this is going to post for me. It posted these ads for me. I can schedule the date and I can schedule a time. You can use it, I think, maybe 4 or 5 times per day. So you can schedule 4 or 5 of the same ad in that single day to your post. This went to my LinkedIn. This one here went to my Google Plus page. And that's basically it. Now you can sit here and create a message and actually send it out yourself, but I wouldn't sit here and just do that because I can use my time doing something else. If I go ahead and schedule a few posts, I already know what my ads are going to say. I know what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for sellers, I do an ad for sellers. If I'm looking for buyers, I do an ad for buyers. And I put out 4 in a day. I'll use this to put out 4 in a day on my social media. So eventually you're going to start getting, now I just signed up for these. Like I told you earlier, I just signed up for Sprout Social. So I'll be getting hits to those various places. All right. Buffer. If I go back to my my website, let me go back to my website here. Buffer has already placed themselves on my website. See? So that's also a good resource. It does basically the same thing. You can add posts to your Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, social medias. You can schedule them in. You can share it now. You can schedule it. You can share the next one. You just create your post here. You don't have to actually go to Twitter to tweet or any of that. You can just schedule it in and have it done for you a few times a day. And I would suggest using all of these. This one I haven't finished my registration yet, Social Oomph, but it's the same thing. Any social media that I'm signed up with, I can send out my posts in a scheduled format, and this keeps things organized for me, and it also brings in more leads. And that's really all that we want to do. We want to bring in more leads. That's really all we want to do. Okay? So that's using your social media and creating your blogs. Like I was saying about the blogs, make sure that you use keywords and tag. If you use, it's going to ask you for tags as well when you do a blog. Your tags are basically your keywords. So if you use the same words in that little tags box and you make your keyword, put your keyword in the title and the body, the subtitle, and the end note, when the search engines crawl, they will be finding that more often. They'll be finding that keyword more often, which means that eventually when people look for that specific keyword or any words pertaining that's in that key phrase, the key phrase with the keywords, then you'll automatically be on the first page, second page of Google, Bing, Yahoo, any of the major search engines, because this is what they do all day long. They send different programs out to crawl the web for keywords. Okay. Motivation. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. All right. You are an entrepreneur. You're doing this for a reason. You're not doing this just to be learning something and then you're moving on to something else. You're doing this for a reason. I want you guys to take action. Keep moving forward. Okay. Now we're going to talk briefly about outsourcing. Outsourcing means that you're giving a lot of your work to someone else to do. Thank you, Tanisha. You're giving your work for someone else to do it while you do something else. Okay. And usually in wholesaling, a lot of the gurus would teach you about virtual assistants. Virtual assistants, or VAs, are basically your lifeline in this business. They perform most duties for you at a cheap rate. Some even work on commission. Now, I haven't found the commission VAs yet, but I do know some people that do have commission VAs. They actually pay them once they close on the property. So these people do things like place ads, find leads, call leads. They email correspondence. They provide you with only deals that fit you so you can close. So I want you to find some VAs on Fiverr or Odesk. There's a site called Odesk. I told you about Fiverr the other day. There's a site called Odesk.com where you can find virtual assistants. You can pay them. A lot of them are overseas. You don't need them here in the country to do some stuff online. It's the World Wide Web, okay? Unless you're just, you just want to actually provide money to an American, which is, patriotic. I understand that. That's good. But if you want to do it cheap, the VAs overseas do just as well. If you find you an American VA, they're going to charge you by the hour just like they're working at a regular job. Okay. If you find the ones that are overseas, they are charging like they want to survive. They only charge like $3 and something an hour, $4 an hour or something like that. Some of them work by the week, maybe 30, 40 bucks a week, depending on what you want them to do. All right. So, use those two websites, Fiverr.com or Odesk.com, to find you a virtual assistant. You can also place an ad on Craigslist, same as you do for anything else. Place an ad on one of these free ad places like Craigslist or Backpage, and you will get virtual assistants calling your phone, asking you, what do you need done? Some of them may be calling from the Philippines, India, Sri Lanka, just different places. They're all over, and they're usually in third world countries or countries where these people actually need more money than you think they do. So using them, you want to actually talk to them first before they start talking to your sellers or your buyers. Okay. Usually for sellers, mostly you'll be talking to your own buyers, but you want to talk to them to make sure they understand English, to make sure that they can articulate and enunciate correctly, and that they know what they're talking about. All right. That's if you want them to answer the phone for you. Now, if you don't want them to answer the phones for you and you just want them to send out ads and find some leads for you, you create email for them to send all of their documents or send all of their correspondence to you, to that email. And you check that email. Both of you have that password. Both of you check that email, and that's how you communicate with them. You may not, you don't have to call them on the phone. You can communicate with them through email and just say, okay, well, for instance, well, you sent me a lead in such and such in Florida, and I talked to the seller of the property, and you did a good job in making sure that seller was within my criteria. You see, and they'll email you back and say, I'll keep bringing you more sellers. I'm working on it, blah, 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 and you pay them either by the hour or by the gig. If you use Fiverr, you're paying by the gig, $5 per gig, and or by the hour. On Odesk, they charge by the hour, and they'll let you know what the rate is. You can actually search for virtual assistants for real estate investing. Some of them, you have a few that already know what real estate investors do. You have some that already work for real estate investors. You can Google for virtual assistants. You don't have to use these two websites. You can Google virtual assistants and actually find some virtual assistants websites, because I've seen those, and they charge a little more an hour. Some of them have websites and they're in the Philippines, but they know that people use virtual assistants for just about anything online. It don't have to be about real estate, but they know how to type, they know how to send emails, they know how to place ads, when to place ads, and things of that nature. Some of them know how to talk to the sellers for you, and find out all the information they need to find out. You basically would send them a script anyway. Just email it to them, and y'all will go over that over your phone or through Skype. You can use Skype or something similar to that, and you guys can talk online, face to face, and you can teach them exactly what you want them to do, and they'll do it. So that would leave you time to actually drive for dollars, talk to your buyers, bring your buyers the leads, and find out if it's something that they really want, and go ahead and close on it. All right, so those are virtual assistants. Then you have bird dogs. I was speaking earlier about Antonio that's in the class. He's a bird dog. He started out being a bird dog, and now he's learning how to wholesale. Bird dogs are people who assist in the process of finding properties for investors to buy. Bird dogs take pics or video of properties and will sometimes talk to the sellers to negotiate for their investor. Some do almost as much as a wholesaler does in doing due diligence. Find bird dogs that are able to go to any property for you, meaning that you want bird dogs to actually do some footwork. A bird dog actually goes to these properties and look at the properties, take pictures, go inside. If the seller is there, they talk to the seller and say that they have someone that's interested in the property. Give them a card, usually your card, and have the seller call you. All right. So bird dogs fees are paid at closing, usually $500 to $1,500. If you create an ad on Craigslist, you can easily find you a bird dog and they'll be sending you some type of correspondence. All right, Tanisha has a question. What's the difference between wholesaler and a bird dogger? Okay, the difference is the wholesaler has an entity, usually, and closes on the properties. Bird dogs don't know about wholesaling. Most bird dogs don't. The ones that do are doing wholesaling. They're doing both. They have a list of investors that they bird dog for, and they're wholesaling for themselves. There's a difference because a bird dog is doing something that you could do, but you as an investor, a wholesale investor, or even if you were a rehab investor, you would send your bird dog out to actually go walk the property for you and take some pictures. Then you can look at that and you can say, well, you know what, I think I'll have my contractor go in there and look at it because this looks interesting, look like something that I might want to get or give to my buyers. A wholesaler has his entity in order to close or actually get the property under contract. Most bird dogs don't get properties under contract. They might do it for you if you give them that authority. If you give them the authority to put a property under contract for you, they can do it for you. But usually they just do the first part of the footwork for finding the deals. They go out, drive for dollars. They go out and drive for dollars themselves while you're doing something else. Okay, that's the difference between a wholesaler and a bird dog. Does that answer your question, Tanisha? Okay. All right. So that's outsourcing. That's a part of outsourcing. There are other ways to outsource, but those are the two main ways to free up your time and energy so that you can focus on your buyer and closing. You can focus on doing the documents. Wholesalers have the documents. Bird dogs don't have the documents. So you can get that you can give your virtual assistants documents in order for a seller to sign. You give them the authority to email that seller. They can fill out the document for you, type in your name, your entity's name, the seller's name, and get the document signed by the seller, then email it to you. That saves you time. They're doing most of the work for you. All right. So, but these are paid ways to actually get your job done. So that's why I mentioned finding virtual assistants that are overseas or that do for cheap. And your bird dogs get paid once you close. Now, there are bird dogs, if you put an ad on Craigslist looking for a bird dog and they actually say, well, they work on per lead. I've seen that lately where you have to pay them per lead every week, and they may send you 500 leads. But if you don't close on any of those leads, then you're just paying them some money. Some of them charge $1 a lead, some of them charge $5 a lead. But I wouldn't work with those bird dogs, not me personally. My bird dogs, I pay them $1,000 when we close on the property. Point blank, period. I don't try to cheat them and give them the cheapest rate, which is $500. I don't have enough. Now, if I do a very big deal, if I make like $10,000 on a deal, of course I'll give the bird dog about $2,500. I wouldn't care because my usual fee is $5,000 from a buyer. So that's basically what a bird dog does and a virtual assistant does. That's outsourcing. All right, we're running a little short on time. Like I always say, always be closing. Use your ABC. You want to always be closing. You guys heard me on the phone talking to that buyer. And that buyer is going to be on my buyers list now. He answered an ad that I placed today. He just emailed me right before I called him. I saw the email and I said I may as well do that in front of you guys so you can hear it. All right, so this is an ad that it's actually a billboard ad that I had created by a company that does billboards here in Atlanta, and I think in a couple other cities. But they actually give you a cheap rate on the billboards. I think it was like $12 per day. But it's one of those electronic billboards where they flash your ad for who knows how many seconds or whatnot, right next to the highway, and then they flash another ad and they flash another ad until they get back to yours. So your ad may flash, maybe 20, 30 times in a day. But it's just creative advertising for me, to find motivated sellers. All right. So I just want to keep giving you guys motivation. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. If you can try to do it, then you can do it. All right. If you have in your mind that you're going to try to do something, you can do it. So don't get discouraged when sellers slam the door in your face or tell you to stop calling them, or they're going to go with a realtor instead, or whatever their excuse is. Don't get discouraged at all. Don't get discouraged at all. Most people that sell things, unless it's like a iPhone or something, but most people that sell things, they pitch to 1,000 people and they only get anywhere from 1 to 10% of those 1,000 people. So anywhere from 1 to 100 people out of 1,000 people actually buy their product. So, but that makes them the money that they need to live, and just doing a couple of deals per month. If you can pull out 1 to 2 deals per month, should give you enough cushion to keep doing this business and putting money back into your business, and you'll start doing more deals per month and more deals per month. Even though the market is getting back to where it should be, there are always cash deals on the table. I think it was Tanisha that was emailing me something about pre-foreclosures. There are always different types of deals. Like I spoke in one of the other courses, the tax liens, the pre-foreclosures, the short sales, the subject twos, the lease options. You have many deals that can be had. If you run out in your market, in your city, if you run out of vacant properties, or owners that don't want to sell their or owners that want to sell their property fast or anything like that, you have other options. There are many other options, and we'll go over all of that. So never give up. Just keep on trying. All right, because persistence, little by little, one travels far, step by step. So right now you're taking steps. This is our 6th course. So our 6th class, so this may be your 6th step. If you're climbing the ladder, you want to keep climbing that ladder until you reach that roof, till you get to the top, or you get to that loft, or wherever you're going. You want to keep climbing, keep doing what you're doing. Take action. Put enough ads out there. Get your phone to ringing, get your email to chiming, get your text to start ringing. Get your phone jumping. You want to have more people calling you than not calling you. Some people call you out of the blue after you've placed yourself out there. After you put yourself out there, people call you out of the blue that you don't know who they are, but they may have a great deal for you. They may have a great deal for you. People call you from your bandit signs. If you put out your bandit signs, people are going to call you. They may have a great deal for you. They may have that deal that just puts you over the hump for that month. and you want to get to that closing table. You want to please your buyer, so your buyer will buy another house from you. So your buyer will just be waiting for you, calling you every day, texting you every day. What you got? What else you got? What you got, Tanya? What else you got, Tanisha? What you got, Dave? Send me something else. I looked at that property. I don't think that one fit me, but it was close. I think I might want to do a contract on it, but send me something else. And right now is a great time because after Thanksgiving, things slow down for most people that are entrepreneurs. Unless you're selling food, or Christmas gifts, things slow down. So right now, like I talked to one of my buyers today, and he said that he wasn't going to pick up the other property that I was telling you guys about earlier. In another session, I was telling you about this property that the seller went and got a realtor. So he said he's not going to pick it up because they got multiple offers in, and he doesn't know if his offer is good enough. So, but anyway, he wants to know what else I have. I send him more, and I send him more. As they come in, as I get something from my bird dog, as I get something from other wholesalers, as I get something from my bandit signs, as I get something from my Craigslist ad. The more you do, the farther you're going to go. Don't stop. Keep moving forward. We're in this for a reason. And the reason I'm teaching you guys for free is because, like I said in the first course, I want to have a team of experts. So the more you guys learn, you can teach me stuff. If I don't know, I wouldn't care. You can bring me deals and see if I can find a buyer for you. See if I have a nationwide buyer if you're not in my state. That's why I sent you guys a couple buyers apiece that were either close to you or they were nationwide buyers. I want you guys to make some money off of this. I don't want to do this for nothing. I don't want to waste my breath. So everyone take action. Everything I'm teaching, put it into motion. It's a very simple process. When we started today's session, we reviewed that simple process. I asked those few questions, and each one of those questions led up to closing. So if you take those steps, you're going to lead up to closing with these types of deals. There are many types of deals, but these types of deals where the seller has a property, he's motivated, he wants to get rid of it, he'll take cash. You and your buyer can negotiate the offer. Your buyer puts it under, you put it under contract, you assign your contract to the buyer closes on it, and you make your money. Period, point blank. Everything else, of course, you can do that. Send out the yellow letters. Look for lists. That's something else that we actually haven't touched on yet. Tanisha was saying something about she picks up lists, but you can pick up lists from the county when they're getting rid of properties. I think I did speak about, the auctions when they auction off properties every month. You can pick up lists from on the web. There's a website called listsource.com, where you can pay for lists of absentee owners. You can pay for a list of absentee owners in whatever zip code you want, whatever city you want, you can pay for it. And they'll send them to you. But not all of those people are going to actually give you something. Okay. Danielle says she got a list from the county for $4 of blighted or vacant properties in the county. That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, if you have a list, you can send them your correspondence. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for them to reply to your mails, don't stop. Keep going. Look for properties on your own. Look for the for sale by owner signs that are in people's yards. The for sale by owner signs. When you ride in certain areas, you know it's a growing area. You know it's a good area. It's a good school district. On a Sunday, you know, you ain't doing nothing. Just spend a little gas. The gas done went down now. The gas has gone down to $2.90-something. You know, so, you know, you can take a little stroll here and there, ride around, find a for sale by owner signs, call these people, see if they're either motivated sellers or they're motivated investors who are trying to get off of inventory, and close some deals. Put these Craigslist ads out. I just gave you a simple, effective way to use Craigslist, using 7 different emails with 7 different Craigslist accounts, and they won't ghost you because each account you're using once a week. Each account you'll be using once a week. But in your eyes, you're putting out ads every day. In Craigslist eyes, that account is just using it once a week. All right? Just do that for me. Take action. And I did want to go over this with you guys. I don't know if I sent this PDF out. It's called the How to Create a Credibility Kit. This is for investors who are flipping properties. And eventually you may want to get into flipping properties, but since you're just wholesaling deals, it's still a good read, and you can still create your own credibility kit for other investors if you want them to take you seriously. But I just wanted to show this a good way to evaluate a real estate deal. Now, I showed you how to pull the comps, 3 comps, divide by 3. That'll usually give you a good average for after repair value. All right. So let's say we got that after repair value and it was $225,000. Okay. We would subtract our profit margin of 20% of the ARV. 20% is usually what a lender wants you to bring to the table. They usually want you to bring at least 20% to the table before they lend you any money to flip a property. All right. And you want to always be representing your buyer. So this is a good way to figure out the way that you're going to make your offer before you even send this to your buyer. Okay. Before your seller actually signs the contract, you want to make them an offer. So if you'll write this down for me and just keep this in mind, you want to, of course, subtract your repairs, the closing costs. You don't really need to subtract because your buyer's always going to pay that. But if you implement that in, your offer will be, of course, substantially smaller to this seller. So it just depends on your discretion if you want to put in the closing costs. All right. This says less holding costs. This is usually for someone who's getting hard money and has to pay interest rate. So I wouldn't put that in there either. All right. But there are always risks in repairing properties. So I would put the bottom one where it says less miscellaneous, 10% of the previous cost total. All right. So I would use that 10% in my evaluation before I make an offer. All right. The simple way that I told you guys was just to use your calculator, 65%, and that's usually going to be your offer right there. But this is just another way to evaluate deals, and I wanted to show you guys, to share that with you. If you don't have this credibility kit, how to create a credibility kit, and you want it, just email me and I'll send it out to you. and it's a good read. You want to read this, and if you want to put together a credibility kit for future use, you may want to joint venture a deal with someone. You may want to combine your LLC with another LLC and create a LLC, and they would want to have some type of credentials or proof that you actually are who you say you are as an investor, because wholesaling is just the bottom rung. You want to keep climbing. So wholesaling is what you do to get to the point where you can just call yourself an investor, not just a wholesale investor. You want to be able to call yourself an investor in the future. You want to be able to flip some properties and make the big money. You don't want to just make a $5,000 assignment fee. You want to make a $40,000 profit off of a fix and flip that you did in 45 days, or a fix and flip that you did in 30 days, or a fix and flip that you did in 20 days. They fixed it in a week. You got it sold in 2 weeks, 20 days. So I did want to share that with you guys. Hopefully you've all written it down. Let me make sure that I went over what I wanted to go over here. I went over the blogs. Oh, and yeah, you can create yourself some videos to bring in, like I said, to bring in some more leads. You can do videos. YouTube is a great way for people to find you in what you do. So if you're a seller, like right now, let's see, if I search YouTube for Atlanta property, we'll say Atlanta wholesale properties. Let's see what comes up. Right here. This is a house. Someone did a video about this house. I wasn't looking for things like this where the guy is teaching you how to wholesale, but I was looking for videos like this. This guy made a video about the property, and he probably has his website. Yep, it's right here, discountpropertydepot.com.
Hey guys, Basha here, Discount Property Depot. We're here at Weeping Willow Drive out in Loganville. Just going to give you a quick
He's
street
walking
view
through a house
of the community.
He's going to walk through this house.
Mostly houses built.
Fast forward a little bit.
Good workmanship.
He's going to walk through this house
Floor with nice tile in it.
Because he got the lockbox code from whoever.
Okay, you can see that.
Either he's co-wholesaling it, or he's just a wholesaler and he got it under contract with the seller.
And the kitchen is actually pretty sizable, so if you wanted to entertain a small.
So he's describing the property, he's walking through the property, he's doing what he has to do in order to get more people to his website. And he got 90 views for this property, and he probably closed on this property with just 90 views, with just 90 people looking at it. 90 people went to his website. Out of them 90 people, one of them probably closed on this property. All right. So that's what I'm saying. You can use video, you can use blogs, you can use this World Wide Web in order to get you more access to clients, sellers, buyers, even properties. All right. So we'll leave it at this. All that green grass and green trees. Yeah, there's plenty of that here in Georgia, Dave. If you guys have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask a question or make a comment if you like before we sign off. Dave is in Phoenix. Okay. Arizona. Dirt dust. If I lived out there, I'd probably lay down some sod. I would want some grass. All right, so no questions. Okay, so that will do it for this session. And next Monday we'll have another class, and we'll keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep moving forward till you guys close a deal. And like I was saying before, if you need my help, just email me. And if you want me to talk to the seller, I'll talk to the seller for you or with you, and we'll make sure that the seller feels. Oh, okay, Tanisha is giving everyone her email address. Yeah, that, you know what? That's a good idea, Tanisha. If everyone, all of us are students, including myself. I learn different things every day. Everyone does. So if you want to communicate with your fellow students, go ahead and give them your email address. Everyone should already have everyone else's email address, because I forward everyone the link to class. So you should see everyone's email address in that email that I sent for the link to class. But if not, just put it right here in the chat and write it down, or copy and paste it somewhere. So next week we'll do some more role playing like we did Monday, and I want y'all to start bringing some input into class. I want you to start, letting me know what's going on out there. A couple of you have, but I want to get some feedback from what you're doing when you take action, as far as for what you've learned so far. All right. So if everyone's done, just raise your hand, and we'll call it an evening. And everyone that wasn't in class, they emailed me or text me and said they weren't coming. Can I send them the recording? So I did record tonight's class. I didn't record Monday's class. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I hope everyone got all that information that they needed out of that class and took notes. So I'll see y'all Monday. Everyone have a good Halloween tomorrow. Don't steal no children's candy, and make sure your children's candy is checked before you feed it to them. And y'all have a good weekend.